Hey there, fellow travelers. Ever get that creepy feeling someone's watching you? Well, in some hotels, They Might Extended Stay America is scamming people with false advertisements. They're saying that if you stay, the longer you stay, the less you'll pay 50% off. And that's not happening. People are paying the same rate. Also, they say that your kids will stay free. That's not true. You'll pay for their bed also, but the top of the thing is that Extended Stay America is using you to collect your data and to collect their guest habits for information company. We're not talking ghosts here, folks. We're talking about a far more insidious threat. The invasion of your privacy by the very places that promise you a home.
Your toilet in Extended Stay America can tell how many times you flushed it. The TV has a special power cord that can tell what you're watching. The thermostat can tell by your breath how old you are and where you are in that room. You tell me that that is how a landlord is supposed to be.
Away from home. Remember that time you adjusted the thermostat in your hotel room, thinking it was just between you and that little digital display? Think again. Turns out some of those thermostats are smarter than a fifth grader in a spelling bee, and they're not just controlling the temperature. When the plaintiff in this case brought it up to the lawyer and said that she wasn't going to pay anymore until they turned those tracking devices out of her toy and her TV and the thermostats they filed in the lawful attainder against her, she had already filed a $20,000 losses prior. The lawyer kept dancing around the fact that they were in...
And don't get it messed up. They were Gordon somebody like that. These are women with children, mothers. And you mean to tell me that if they had a house, even if it was a mortgage, would they want the mortgage lender to be able to know when they came and when they went? Every time they stepped in or when they stepped out or when they opened the window or when they closed the window or when they flushed the toilet? They would still pay their mortgage? I think not. Julia and Robin.
Invading her privacy and asked her how much money did she think she owed in the plane. That said, I don't owe you any money, you owe me money for all the data you collected from me and my children staying here. All of our guest movements, every time we've opened our mouths to breathe or went to sleep or flushed the toilet, you owe me money. I don't owe you anything which was a true fact. This isn't some futuristic dystopian nightmare, it's happening right now. Companies are using hidden technology to track our...
And this is how I know that Anna Cove is the one that's keeping you the data. The regional district manager, Mr. Ryan Miller, had no idea on how to work the system. Neither did the general manager. So who's tracking it if it's uploading every day? I tend to believe that even they're in the landlord position. Your landlord can't know when you're coming and going. He can't know how many times you flushed your toilet. Nobody should do that. But then if you look up Anna Cove, it's an information company. Think again. Think again. Every device that they patent has something to do with collecting some kind of data on human behavior.
Remove, even in the supposed privacy of our hotel rooms. And it's time we shed some light on these shady practices.
And wait, I'm going to pay you over $100 a night for you to track me. For you to know when I'm taking a shit. For you to know what TV show I'm watching. For you to know what my devices are doing. For you to know what me and my kids are doing. Our movements and how we're breathing. You could tell how many people are in the room. What are you talking about? For you to have all these Bluetooth signals around me all day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm supposed to pay you to do this to me? And then upload my data without my consent with some algorithm learning? Are you crazy? I think that's a great violation of privacy rights. And this has been going on for all of you guys, even at Motel 6. Okay? And I'm bringing this to the public because I don't appreciate it. You know? At the end of the day, we're being guinea pigs.
To be honest, nobody wants to feel like they're living in a real-life episode of...
And the truth is this. It's only going to happen to you at a hotel. Okay? These people from Anna Cove came in and fitted these rooms. They don't know what they really put in these rooms. How do they know? How does the Extended Stay America really know what's in the room? How would you like it to happen to you? And they're only going to have to be able to study someone in an environment like that in a hotel. That's the only way. But there should be some privacy in that hotel room.
Big Brother, especially when they're paying for the privilege. So, who are the masterminds behind this technological invasion of privacy? One name keeps popping up, Anacove. Now, you might be thinking, Anna who? And that's exactly what they're banking on. Anacove flies under the radar, supplying hotels with smart thermostats. These aren't your...
And not just smart thermostats. They also supply a toilet device that lets you know if the toilet's leaking. If the toilet's leaking, you're going to see it and look at it and know it's leaking. Alright? If I'm renting a room from you, you don't have to know what temperature the room is. It's not your business. It's not your business because I paid you for that temperature to be able to control it. It's not your business. If you already can know when I'm using my key to come in and out, why would you need to know when I open the window, when I close the window, when the door's open? If I'm breathing inside of there, how many people are inside of there with me? The devices I have with me also, because you have beacons. I'm telling you, this is something that's been going on for the last 2 years.
Grandma's thermostats, though. Oh no, these bad boys are packed with sensors that can track your every move. Think I'm exaggerating? Think again. These sensors can detect movement, body heat, and even breathing patterns. They know when you're in the room, when you leave, and even how often you get up to use the bathroom. And all this information is being collected and transmitted without your knowledge or consent. Creepy.
And all these rooms that are here, they upload the data every day. Every day, the data that from the movement, from what you're doing, is being uploaded to Anacove. Alright? For their little algorithm learning thing. That is, oh my God. I'm serious. Contact me so we can sue them.
You betcha. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, so what if they know how often I flush the toilet?
And don't fucking say that because you wouldn't want nobody counting your flushes.
It's not like it's top secret information. For a place to believe that it's okay as your landlord in California when you stay in the hotel for more than 30 days. So your landlord and they have to file an unlawful detainer to make you get out. So if they have to go about the legal way of being a landlord, then they have to apply by the landlord rules. Those rules say, help put it this way. How would you feel if your landlord, where you're renting your apartment or your house, knew every time you flush your toilet and had a count of it and could actually log on to see in real time? How about if your landlord knew that you were at home by the way you were breathing? He could measure your breath in the room to see if you're occupying your rental. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows by the plugs in the wall if you unplugged or plugged in the device. How about the beacons everywhere that you're at? They know where your device is going. How would you feel? Would you pay him rent still if he could see all those things about you while you were in your rental housing? I don't think you would, and I don't think you should. And sure, taken in isolation, these data points might seem insignificant. But when pieced together, they paint a disturbingly detailed picture.
What they do is, they're tracking guest habits. Now you think about what that's saying. That means that all these guests are being guinea pigs for probably some algorithm that's going to take over one day. Okay? And you can't tell me that a company that's making devices that can count your flushes in the hotel room? How about the device that makes to be able to know you're in the room or not? That's not your business. If I'm in my room or not. It's not your business. You should be able to know by my breath. At least, that's my breath. There should be some kind of privacy. If someone is not giving you that privacy, by law, your landlord's not giving you that privacy, do you have to pay them? No. Most extended stay Americas are long term. So they're sitting up here using their guests as guinea pigs. Because they're not the ones that's uploading this information every day. And Anacove is an information company. Okay? They're not saving any money from that thermostat because when the guest leaves, the guest turns it off. But no one should be able to control or know what that is. That's just an excuse to collect data on some live victims in real time, like they're doing.
Of your personal habits and routines. We're talking about everything from your sleep patterns to your TV viewing habits. They know when you turn the lights on and off, how long you shower, and even whether you prefer Fox News or CNN. It's like having a creepy stalker peering into your hotel.
But let me ask you this. The exit system manager told me that they came by and they fitted all these rooms. How does the hotel really know what they put in these rooms? Because the district manager didn't have no knowledge of it. They had no knowledge of them being able to control your thermostat, or they had no knowledge. But who wants to live with a Bluetooth signal all around your head? That's kind of, too, all day. I don't know what to say.
Meticulously documenting your every move. And the worst part, you never signed up for this kind of surveillance. Section 4, legal battles and the fight for privacy.
And you know what it is? It's just like Big Brother, but you're not getting paid. It's like I can't explain it to you, but if the district manager didn't know, and the general manager didn't know, and the lawyers act like they didn't know, then who the hell is collecting this data? I don't know what to say.
See. Now you might be wondering, is this even legal? And the answer, like a good lawyer, is it's complicated. See,
That's not true. It is illegal for you to be observed inside of your room. It's okay for them to do that outside, in the hallways or whatever. They shouldn't have no device inside of your room that's controlling your thermostat. Legally, that's your thermostat because you paid for it. You paid for whatever temperature you want while you're in that room. Okay? If they're controlling your thermostat while you're in the room and you have no control over it, then you're not getting what you paid for. If they want to be technical. You didn't get heating and cooling at your will. Okay? You couldn't use it at your own expense, even though you paid for it, right? Right. You had no control over it. Okay? Number 2, whatever you do inside that room, you expect privacy. You expect privacy when you go to the bathroom, right? And flush the toilet. You expect that to be private, don't you? You don't. If you expect it to be private when you flush the toilet, you don't expect someone to be counting your flushes. And then the patent says, maybe you need to go to the doctor because you've been using the bathroom a little too much. How the hell? What the hell? But I'm asking you again. If the regional manager doesn't know nothing about this thing, they just think it's a thermostat, and it's still uploading all day long, it's got in real time, they can log on at any time and watch you. Not really watch you with the eye, get it? But watch you by using other devices.
Folks argue that by using these devices, hotels are violating privacy laws. They say guests never consented to being monitored like lab rats. And they've...
If you pull up to a hotel and they had a big old sign that said, hey, when you check in here, we're going to know by your breath, every breath you take is going to be monitored. No, seriously. Every breath you, your children, anybody, even your dog, is going to be monitored on a barometer that's in your room in a thermostat. Okay? I can control your room if I want to make it hot for you. You piss me off, I can make it hot. If you don't make it cold, I can make it cold too. I'm going to control your thermostat. You hear me? I'm going to know if you open the window. I'm going to know if you close the window. I'm going to know if you go to sleep. I'm also going to know if you plug anything into my walls. And every time you flush the toilet, I'm going to know too. Under the guise that I'm looking for leaks and I'm trying to cut down money on my cooling costs. Remember that. But if they had that up there, you think you'd rent that room? Hell to hell, what you talking about? You'd be walking up out of there, wouldn't you? You wouldn't rent no room like that. Big Brother's not paying you to watch you. If you see, that's the point. If you stayed there and they did this to you, they owe you some money because they took your data. You can't charge me money if you're observing me like that, like I'm a lab rat, and you can see all this, eat my breath. Come on, now that's just too much right there. And what you doing trying to control the thermostat anyway? That's mine, right? For the time I'm renting it. It's a stupid thing that the hotels fell for. They fell for the trick. It's a trick. They tricked them into getting the data and using us as lab rats. You can't tell me that watching me and when I don't give a damn what you talking about. Ain't nothing you can say to me about it. I'm not going to pay you to watch me, sweetie. And if you're watching me, then you owe me now. Think about that. This is my commentary on my video.
What a point. Imagine finding out your doctor was secretly recording your conversations during checkups. Not cool.
No. Imagine the person that you're renting from that can see you breathing in your room. And your kids too, and know by your age. Imagine them knowing every time you flush the toilet. Or when you open the window. They know exactly what you're doing in real time. There's a Bluetooth signal in real time showing everything around you. Imagine having 2 of those. Imagine having 2 of those, not just one.
That's why lawsuits are popping up faster than cockroaches in a rundown motel. People are fed up with being spied on.
But you know what? They're not just, you know, doing that to people. They're doing it to the kids. They're doing that to everybody. Now, how has this been placed in these hotel rooms? And East Tennessee America don't know what's going on. They've had a patent since 2002. Some of the hotels are not like that, but some of them are. And they went around, they probably gave it to them for free. Anna Cove is an information company. It's not a thermostat company. You understand me? They create these thermostats to use guests as guinea pigs under the guise that you're going to say that you can control the temperature. If a person leaves out of a hotel room and the maid comes in, she's going to turn off the AC, ain't she? Yeah, honey. And if you, and what you mean? You can't complain about the money you're losing behind the AC or the heat. You know why? Because I paid you to use it. I paid you to use it. So you really don't have, what you mean? Then I really don't have it, if you can control it. And if you're watching my every, you can tell, if you're not watching me with your eyes, but you can tell by different devices, my every single move, even when I flush the toilet. I'm not giving you a penny, you hear me? Not one red cent. Matter of fact, I want my money, and you better hurry up.
And they're fighting back. Section 5. Know your rights. You're a guest, not a lab rat.
And I got 2 toilets, goddammit.
Look, the bottom line is this. You have a right to privacy, even in a hotel room. You deserve to relax and unwind without...
But how, can I ask you guys this? How does Extended Stay America know that when Anna Cove came in these rooms that they didn't fit them with cameras too? What proof do we have that they didn't put cameras in here also? How do we know they didn't do that? Did you watch them? Did you care? You didn't even know how the program runs. You didn't even know that, you know, did you know that you had control over my temperature? Did you know that you can see me breathing? Why don't you have a sign up here? I'm just saying. Damn it, I want to put my foot so deep in they that I don't know what to say.
Worrying about some creepy corporation tracking your every move. So what can you do about it? First off, know your rights.
First off, if you find an Anna Cove thermostat in your hotel room, please call me. 619-577-9419. Okay? I'm keeping it 100 with you. If you find one, call me. And I'm going to put your name on this class action lawsuit in the file. Alright? And we're going to get back all your money, honey. And we don't got to wait on no big-ass fancy lawyer to come in and try to charge us 44%. You don't have to worry about that. We're going to self-represent. Okay? You're going to get most of your money. You're going to get all your money back. Okay? And we're going to get the data back too. Right? Don't be scared. And don't let no lawyer jack you for your money. You can represent yourself. Alright? And get your money. Alright? No lawyer discovered this. A regular person, me, discovered this. And I brought it to your attention because I didn't appreciate it. I've been staying in hotels over the course of my life. You know, for vacation, for whatever. And if I knew that any one of those hotels could do that, if my house was already ready for me to move into and I wasn't an escrow, I'd be gone. Alright? I've been here since December. It's September. That's 9 months of data they got. I came to them first and said, turn it off, man. Alright, you don't want to turn it off? You don't want to turn it off? Okay. Then they had like somebody upstairs that had like 6 kids and the kids are running back and forth. These are like big kids. Come to find out her mother was a maid at another hotel. No wonder they didn't move her. I had to call the COO just to get her removed. Where's my money? Where's my money? Okay? A landlord can't raise your rent up and down when they get mad at you and when they don't. When people are managers and stuff like that, they're in a position of power. Especially when you're staying in a hotel, you have no place else to go, right? That's a position of power. They turn into your landlord, right? But my landlord should know what I'm doing. And I'm not going to pay you that kind of money. I don't care what you say. And I'm taking a stand. And whatever it is, it's going to be. But I'm not going to let them get away with doing that. Because that's really fucked up. The more that I researched it, the more that it just drove me insane. Okay? And I asked him to turn it off. I got it to the district manager myself. And he said he didn't know. He had to look into it. What you got to look into? Ain't you the regional manager? You over everybody in San Diego or California? So how you don't know about it? You trying to tell me you don't know about it? What about the task force manager that stays above the office? She's a task force manager for Extended Stay America. How come she don't know about it? So you guys are not accessing it? You're not watching the temperatures in the room or people breathing? Then why is it uploading every day?
you're uncomfortable with the idea of being monitored, speak up. Ask the hotel if they use these types of devices and demand that they be disabled in your room. And if they refuse, well, then it might be time to take your business.
No, don't take your business elsewhere. You call the fucking police and make a report that they have this device in there. Or call me. I don't know what to say. But right about now, people that are checked into these hotels, Motel 6 have them, IGH has them, a lot of hotels have them. Look at your thermostat. If you cannot control that thermostat, if you can't control your AC from the device itself, if your AC cannot be controlled but through the wall from that thermostat and it says Anacove on it, yeah, you're in trouble. They have your data and they've been collecting it every day that you've been there. Your toilet, your everything. And I'm being honest with you. I don't know why nobody else has noticed this. Maybe I'm just who I am. And there's a Bluetooth, a BLE signal around your head 24 hours, 7 days a week. I don't think that's really very healthy either. But I have a right to know. It has changed my whole perception. If I wasn't waiting on my house to get done, and I hadn't been here so long with so much shit, I would have flew out of here like a bat out of hell. But decided that I was going to make them pay for what they did instead of running away. There's a camera right above my door when I walk outside and a camera right in front of my car too. Yes, I'm already on surveillance. But wow, my breath? Come on.
Elsewhere. Remember, hotels rely on our patronage. Let's hit them where it hurts.
Oh, another thing, and they can see you in real time. They can log on to that motherfucker from a phone, from a laptop, from anything. I have the patent. They can log onto it from anywhere and check your, not see you, but check out your movements and how many times you flushed the toilet and blah, blah, blah. And know what temperature you've used today. And which movement that you made into that room. And I bet you there's even more to it. I bet you there's cameras somewhere in here too. I bet you money there is, because they let them in these rooms. They let a third party into their rooms and they let them put these thermostats knowing that there was going to be observation in there. Okay? But you shouldn't be, I'm sorry. Yo, that's illegal. And some kind of way nobody knows. We're just stupid around here. And we're going to accept that? You think you're going to accept that? That when you go to a hotel, they know when you're getting up, when you're sitting down. It's not no average motion detector that's turning lights on. This motherfucker is an algorithm that's learning from you. There's beacons all around you also. You know what a beacon is? Look it up. That's weird. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, I really don't have to worry about it because I'm going to buy me a house. I'm in the middle of escrow. So I'm not going to say that I'm never going to ever be in the hotel again for the rest of my life unless I'm traveling. And I'm going to make sure that I don't. I'm going to have an RV or something. I'll never do it again for the rest of my life. I'll never stay in the hotel for the rest of my life. Or Airbnb, anywhere other than what I have control over. That I know what it is. Because I believe now there's just too much exploitation here. Okay, so this is not for me. Because I'm going to move on. And yes, I'm going to sue them. And I can sue them without anybody else. I'm choosing to bring this public for everyone else that's going to be behind me. Because if I don't say something, then I'm fucked up. Just because I'm buying a house and I get to go and never have to stay in a hotel again for the rest of my life. I'm 48. I'll probably never go to a hotel again for the rest of my life. Once I'm done buying this home. I'm an escrow, right? But listen, what about the other people that don't know? If I just go and shut up, then what? And I almost made that deal with these suckers too.
Their bottom line. Section 6.
Hey, this is a trip. The lady said, how much, the lawyer said, Robin, how much do you think you owe us? You owe us like $10,000. What? I owe you what? Wait a minute. How owe you anything and you have data from me breathing for the last 9 months? You know how many times I flushed the toilet in the last 9 months? To both toilets, not me, just my son's too. And we have 2 of these devices in our room and 2 toilets with those things in there. So wait a minute. You say I owe you something? I don't owe you shit. You don't even know the words I had to use. But I did promise her one thing. And I'm making good on this promise right now. I promised her that I was going to alert the public because of what they said. I did. I said I'm going to file a class action lawsuit and let everybody sign it because I don't need a lawyer to file it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Okay? Yes, I am, because, sucker, you ain't got no right. No, I refuse to walk away and let you do this to another person. So if nobody really knows about it, it would be in the news. And it is and it ain't. But nobody's giving it free, coming at you with reality here. just kept breaking it down what they're doing to you. They're using like, oh, it's a breath and it's a barometer. Nah, fool. You can see me breathing, bitch.
Join the fight resources and action steps. This isn't just about a few thermostats, folks. It's about drawing a line in the sand and saying enough is enough. We're not going to stand idly by while corporations erode our fundamental right to privacy. If you've been affected by this kind of invasive technology, you're not alone. There are resources.
And mind you, their lawyer was a real estate lawyer. This is a lawyer that's supposed to be trained in landlord-tenant law, right? This lawyer that's doing their unlawful detainer should be trained in landlord-tenant law. Right up top, right? Then why they don't know that it's illegal? They don't know? They're acting like it's no big deal. Oh, it's a big deal. If I can go to court and tell that judge or a jury, matter of fact, fuck the judge, because they act like they were familiar with her. So I challenge that judge. I'm not going to see her. Since y'all see her every day, I'm going to be seeing her. Okay? We're going to get somebody you don't see. Alright? Because this ain't no joke. But if I go and tell a jury of 12 of my peers that I stopped paying rent because they were tracking my every movement every day, what do you think they're going to do? I gave them a notice too. It's a breach of habitability just like any other breach of habitability. Okay? It's not, I have no privacy. I'm not even to flush the toilet. I'm supposed to pay you? I don't think so. Say whatever you want to say. Sock it to me if you like. But let's see if 12 people agree, not a judge. And for that lawyer at Gordon, Berry, Masuka Bobs, whatever their names is, they should know tenant landlord law. Can't no landlord observe me with no device inside of my rental unit. Okay? Nobody. And if they did, they'd be paying me. Right? She act like it was no big deal. This ain't no hotel, sweetheart. This is someplace that people stay, the extended stay 9 months. You trying to tell me what you mean? What you mean? At the end of the day, you don't know what that law is? There's no way in hell that any landlord can observe you with any kind of device inside of anything. Anything. I don't care who he is. I don't care if he's extended stay America. I don't care if he's a fucking president. Unless he's Big Brother and he's paying you by the hour and you know about it, it's not right. I was totally appalled. I promised both of them a class action lawsuit. I'm making good on my promise by alerting the public.
Is available to help you fight back. If you or someone you know stayed at an extended stay America and feels their privacy was violated, you might be eligible to join the class action lawsuit. You can contact the plaintiffs at gotfaithalday@gmail.com or who started the class action against them. Let's send a message that's loud and clear. We will not be watched. We will not be monitored. The lawyers for Extended Stay America don't seem to think anything's wrong with them. Knowing that you're flushing the toilet, knowing how many times you use the bathroom with a smart device inside of your toilet, when the smart cord on your TV, to know what channels you're watching with a barometer in your room that can sense everything that you're doing in Beacon's second track. Your devices that you're in the place at the end of the day. Extended Stay America is just collecting your data when you stay there, and you don't have a right to even know about it. They don't care. They'll still expect for you to pay for that room, even though they're monitoring everything about you. Join the lawsuit today. We will not be lab rats in the corporate game of data harvesting.